the gloves, behind the gi, behind the rack guard, with my friend Tyler Listi. We're gonna ask him a couple questions and learn a little bit. Some of you guys already know him. You might have seen him fight before on some of the casino cards. So we're just gonna ask him a couple questions. Tyler, let's see. What got you first? Before we talk about martial arts, you from Lafayette?
Yes, I'm from Lafayette. I went to St. Thomas More High School.
And played some sports?
Yeah, I played football over there. I was a place kicker, and went on to play at LSU for a little while, and then started martial arts after that.
So you got to play at LSU. Who was coaching there at the time?
It was Les Miles at the time was coaching there, and he coached there for a good while after that. So.
Okay. How was the experience there?
It was great, you know. It was cool to be a part of the team and stuff. Didn't pan out like I had wanted it to, but it was definitely a good experience, and I learned a lot about myself, and yeah, it was good.
And so you transitioned from, college ball to martial arts.
Correct. Yes,
okay.
I did.
What got you interested in it?
Just the challenge, you know. I wanted to kind of sort things out and go down a path that I felt would be the most challenging for me. And careful what you wish for, because it's very challenging, more challenging than I expected it to be. So.
And on that path, how long has it been now since you were in college and you've been training all in all?
I had a few years downtime, a couple years downtime after that. I think I've been training for 6 years now. Had my first fight, I want to say 5.5 years ago. So pretty much started fighting right away.
Okay. And so how many amateur fights? How old are you?
28, just turned 28, yes.
How many amateur fights?
I had 8 amateur fights, 1 professional fight, and then I've had a pretty good layoff since then with some injuries and some other things.
So had the 1 pro fight. You had a neck surgery.
Correct. I had a couple of neck surgeries, but everything went well. So back at it.
So we had 1 neck surgery a few years ago, and then came back. You're probably in here for going on a whole year. Had your pro fight, your return scheduled, and then the week before something else happened.
Correct.
And,
yeah, I think we were like 6 days out of that fight.
6 days out.
Ended up herniating the disc and stuff, and went through that whole process again. So it's been more than I would have ever brought onto myself, but here we are.
Yeah, coming off of the neck surgery, told the doctor you gotta, figure out a way to make it, still pliable, usable for martial arts, and got the green light to start training again.
Absolutely.
And now you've been here back for about another 1.5 months now, solid,
yeah, exactly.
And just kind of picking up the intensity as we go. And the goal is before the end of the year to step back in the cage.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
So any other goals you have in martial arts?
As far as fighting goes, yeah, I want to be the best in the world. That's why I start. It's weird answering that question. I don't think anybody's ever actually asked me that before, but that's my goal. I guess you could say selfish motives, but beyond that, I want to be able to pass on the lessons that I learned through martial arts, further on down the road to younger generations.
So Paul, one of your good friends, did y'all start training together?
We did, yeah. We started training together. The idea of a fight really intrigued us. I think there was a USA-MMA show at the Heymann Center, I want to say, about 6 years ago. We went and saw that, and we were both like, we have to do this. So.
Favorite UFC fighter?
UFC fighter?
Or MMA fighter in general?
Anderson Silva would have to be my favorite MMA fighter. So.
Okay, why is that?
Just
stylistically,
the fluidity, the way that he approaches the situation, you can tell there's a lot that goes on in his head when he's in there analyzing everything and stuff. So I enjoy watching him.
Cool.
Footwork and everything's really good.
So. Favorite training partner here at Headkicks?
I don't really have a favorite. I think everyone brings something different to the table. Like some of the higher level guys like yourself or something obviously challenges me, brings the best out of me. But then again, like someone newer or someone with less experience coming in, also challenges me. You know, I've got to be a little more patient and stuff, and so I value that. I value that as well.
Last one. What keeps you coming back? You know, to martial arts after the neck surgeries, the difficulties, the tough road back, and what keeps you coming back to head kicks? What was it that, you know, I don't know, I guess to say you liked or you continue to like and enjoy about, you know, the academy we have here?
This academy, and I know you can agree with me on this, like trying to compete and being a fighter and stuff, there's already enough tension that is created, you know, in ourselves. So it's nice to be able to come into a very positive environment, and you don't have to worry about any kind of tension in this room. We're here. It doesn't mean you don't work hard. We work as hard as anyone, but it's a very positive atmosphere, and it's a blessing to come in here every day and train. I've got to pinch myself.
Oh, we enjoy having you, man. You're one of my best training partners.
Thank
as
you.
well. So
You're my best as well. So.
Anything you want to leave with, you know, words of encouragement, or I know you got friends that have trained here. You know, Julia, Paul, you know, anybody else that.
Yeah. No, man. If you train over here, I'm thankful to have you. If I don't tell you personally, I'm very thankful to have you. And keep showing up. If you are coming, keep showing up. You never know what it's going to lead to.
Or any guys that are super athletes, guys that maybe used to play ball with, that need martial arts or need you know, a competitive stroke in their lives. You know?
Exactly. Like if you were a competitor coming up your entire life, and I know what it's like to be missing that. It's one of the things that fulfills someone that's naturally like just competitive, that has a competitive nature. So yeah, if you're looking for something, come on, give it a shot. You never know what it's going to lead to, especially if you've played sports your entire life. You've kind of got a good background that'll, you know, you'll pick it up quickly.
And I have one more thing. I know we talked about balance a little bit. You brought it up because now, so you train here all the time.
Yeah.
But when you're not here, you're at, what do you do as a career?
I work for the Lafayette Fire Department. I'm a firefighter.
How long you been doing that with?
It's been a few years now, so
and,
I enjoy it.
You're on board, you know, guys, Cody, Jules,
yes.
Eli,
Yep.
you know, some other martial artists that are with the fire department. Cool.
Yep, it does. It creates a good balance for me, so it's a good thing.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Good stuff. All right. Thanks, guys. Check it out.